Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here, and thanks for tuning in to watch or listen to whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. In these trying times, we really do appreciate everyone that feels that we are worth their time, and we hope that we're able to give you something entertaining to while away the time as you spend it. We particularly want to thank those of you that feel like we're worth financially contributing to, particularly our $25 and up supporters on Patreon, who are Antitonic, Drevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, Rowan Parker, and Samantha Bates. Yes, I read that off of a list. Thank you very much for supporting us. I know that in these uncertain times, finances are tough for everybody, so that you're willing to donate to us means a lot to all of us here, and we thank you. That being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
And we are live. Awesome. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bi-Weekly One-Shots, the every other Monday on Final Show Films, where I, Nikki, lead a ragtag crew of people I meet on Twitter through one of my wackadoo one-shots, and we have a good time. So thank you guys for being here. And speaking of the players, let us go ahead and introduce them, starting with Iz.
I was in the bathroom for that. So I'm Iz. My character is named Moss. They are. They think they're a dwarf. I don't remember what else I'm supposed to say.
Just anything about you, the player, right now. We'll get to the talk about characters when we set the scene.
Yeah. I'm a circus performer and a letter carrier, and I helped start a TikTok union. That's pretty much.
That's really cool. Nice. I want to know more about that later. Give me those links on break. We'll post your shit in the chat before all this is done. And then we have Catherine.
My name is Catherine Barsonistas. I run the nerdy food blog, The Gluttonous Geek, and this is my second time on Bi-Weekly One-Shots, and I'm looking forward to another fun game.
I just can't get enough of you. This is pretty much all it is.
Likewise, honey.
And then we have Robert.
Hey, I'm Robert. I don't really have any sort of social media or anything like that. I just kind of want to play D&D. You know, it's been a while. And I'm playing a halfling barbarian.
And Sarah.
My name is Sarah. You can find me at, I think, this, or maybe that. On Twitter, I talk a lot about D&D, and I'm a general food enthusiast. I play in a podcast called Little Realms, but I'm really excited to be here to play D&D with all of these wonderful people. I'll be playing a half-elf light domain cleric.
And then finally, Mer.
Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. I'm also a player on the Twitch channel Open for Adventure. And tonight I am playing Nyx Sparkle Gem, a gnome bard.
Excellent. And I'm Nikki, your wonderful dungeon master. Find me at the Wig DM on Twitter and on Instagram. I also do Sladies and stuff here on Final Show Films. I'm everywhere. It's ridiculous. Anywho, so we meet our band of adventurers at a tavern, like you do. I always start things at taverns. It's easy. It's getting late. It's about 8 p.m. Here, so it's dark. The crowd is already kind of like gathered around. There are people already in the bar. It's lively. And you guys are just enjoying a drink. You probably just finished one of your other quests before coming down here. You're just kind of relaxing, enjoying the sights. And as we see you all sitting at a booth enjoying your beverage of choice, we will go around and meet the characters, going to the opposite direction, starting with Nyx. Nyx.
Hi, I'm Nyx, and I am a gnome bard. She's very short, so your typical gnome height, so it's somewhere between 2.5 and 3 feet tall. At this moment, I am probably standing on one of the benches, so I am on height level with the rest of my taller companions, except for Gurf. I got very bright, semi-fancy clothes in like pinks and yellows and orange and purple. Think Lisa Frank vomited on me.
Yes.
And I've got like short purple hair and smile.
And Nyx, it is nippy and cold outside. It's about that time of year where people are enjoying either a hot beverage or a more seasonal drink or getting ready for any kind of festival. So tell me, Nyx, what do you like to do around this time of year as a All Hallows Eve tradition?
I actually grew up in a small town, far, far, far away. But I like apple picking, even though I can't reach the apples.
Apple pickup. You pick them up off the ground.
Yes.
Cute. I love it. And next we have Nair. Is that how you pronounce it?
Nahir Sunforge.
Nahir Sunforge.
So we see a individual sitting rather poised and elegant within the booth that we kind of, maybe it's a corner booth at the tavern that's kind of become our office, where we just kind of are. And they are wreathed and dripping in orange and gold. Whenever you look towards the booth, it's like a beam of light is radiating out from this individual. They always have a calm and comforting thing to say and are usually quick with a gentle laugh. And we see on their body is a set of sickles that don't look like they've seen a lot of use, but they're there. But more than that, we see scrolls attached to their body, ones that are quick to grab at and access, ones that are perhaps in where you might see a sword sheathed, we see scrolls sheathed ready for being brought out. And their favorite tradition, Nahir kind of leans across the table and looks to the others. Remember that time we were at, I think it was Valtheim's Keep, where they had us carve those strange little gourds and put the lights inside of them. I loved the designs we carved inside of them.
I'm sobbing.
Wrote a song about it, remember?
I love this character so much. I die. Okay. Bring it back. Get it together. Moving from this bright sunspot warmth of my life, I'm in love with your character already. I'm so sorry. Whoops. This was actually what the bi-weekly one shot is about. It's just Nikki falling in love with everybody's characters. Just, I can't.
Just evolving to speed date. Just
speed date through everybody. But moving next to here we have Gurf.
Yes, Garth is a halfling, dressed primarily in sort of furs. And Garth is very short, even for a halfling, to basically approximate a square. And leaning next to the sort of wall that they are sitting by, there is a humongous battle axe that is approximately the same size as Garth. Garth's mostly just very dirty and different colors of browns and grays and whatnot, except, of course, for their head, which is adorned in a lot of very colorful flowers. And for the season, it also seems that Garth has attempted to put pieces of pumpkin in there, and obviously isn't very good at this because it's just bits of smashed pumpkin beside all the flowers in their hair.
I should start a band or something. And now we have Zara.
So, gathered in with these folks is half-orc female fighter, Zora Redblade. And she's, she still has a bit of like this knitted scarf that her wife knitted around like her neck, and it's like kind of red and sort of knotted because knitting is not really her thing, but she's very supportive of her wife. And she is reading a letter from her wife and kids that has arrived at the tavern. And you can see that it's just marked in crayon marks with like little like half sort of, you know, that little kid writing where you see like words that are maybe like spelled completely phonetically or just not at all. That's kind of all over the page as well. She's like, dear big mummy, it's a very, very sad holiday season without you. I have to run the haunted house without you this year, but you know, Clover made a really big spider net in one of the corners at the tavern, and it looks really nice. Clover's my oldest. She's the tabaxi kitten. She's a sweetie, and but Higgs happened to eat half of it the next day because he thought it was spaghetti. But oh, right. And see, Bucky managed to get himself tangled in it. And, God, I miss my kids. Wish I could be there with them this year. They set up a little haunted house in the tavern every year around this season. And it's the most precious thing.
Well, shit, now I'm just sad.
Yeah, I'm just like, my heart is off to the
We
side.
need to get there soon so we can see.
Scrap this one shot. We have to go get you to the haunted house.
Adventure through the haunted house.
You say this. You guys want to come back sometime in November and get Zara back to the haunted house? All right, just gonna put that down. All right, here we go.
The Red Blade Inn.
The Red
haunted
Blade
house. Put together.
Yeah, no.
By 3 children.
It's. Oh, I'm so excited.
3 children in a trench coat.
3 children. 3 children are very.
Oh God,
supportive.
apparently I made Abe cry. Sorry, Abe.
Well, like I was getting close. I was just like, no, I can't. Thank God I'm not wearing makeup tonight. And then finally, we have Moss.
So, Moss is very confused. They wholeheartedly believe that they are a mountain dwarf. Wholeheartedly, with every ounce of their being. But they are a Eladrin. They're an elf that has just ended up living with dwarves their entire lives. And their coloring is very similar to a dwarf, you know, mountain dwarf on the lighter side. They're not super tall, they're just hitting 5 feet. And they've got like coppery hair. They're not fully aware of anything. And their favorite Halloween thing is carving pumpkins and then throwing them at unsuspecting passerbys.
I feel like Moss definitely threw one at Gurf, and he just kind of ran with it.
I like it this way. It's fine.
I'm so sorry. What was Moss's class again?
They are a rogue.
They are. Cool. Excellent. Wonderful. So, as you all kind of pour over Zara's letters from home and kind of talk about the wonderful traditions of this time of year, a man slams into the bar. Like the door slams open, a gust of wind blows through the tavern, and he makes a loud enough noise that all of you turn and see him. And his eyes are bloodshot, his face is very gaunt. He's got like twigs and scrapes and mud all over his clothing, and he looks shaken, like he has seen a ghost. And he comes kind of stumbling into the tavern. A few people kind of like help him up and sit him down, and he's just like, someone brings him a glass of water and he drinks it. So some people ask him like, "Hey, how's it going, friend? You look troubled." And he's just like, I need help. I've seen some disturbing things tonight, and I need the aid of any brave adventurers here in the tavern. And some people kind of like look around and they kind of like put their hands over their eyes, like don't look at us. You definitely see the bartender is looking over at you guys, but he's not saying anything.
I'll nudge Nahir and be like, well, does he need healing?
Looks like
I'm
he
not
could use a nap.
A nap, or at the very least, a kind ear to listen to what he's been through. I found that will often do as much as a cure wounds will. And Nahir will lean up, and we see they're this very long person, so they'll kind of half stand from the table and make the gesture they've probably made towards the bartender a few times. And we'll call out, come, traveler, please, join us at our table. We might be those adventurers you're looking for.
You look like you have an amazing story to tell.
Hold on, let me get you something from the bar. And Zara goes to the bar and orders a glass of warm milk with honey. Just brings it back and sits it down.
You
in
make
front of
that too?
Sure thing, Garth. And get a bath for the little one over here. I think he can use it. He smells worse than one of my youngest diapers. It's really, really bad.
Do you need me to do a little prestidigitation?
Will it make the smell go away? Alright, you can do the sparkly bath thing. Just make sure it doesn't fly about or anything.
Garth, are you ready for
I would
your
like
bath?
to hiss like a cat. Get it away.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna let me today.
Oh.
So the man comes over, and if he were probably not feeling the way that he did, probably would be in his late 20s, early 30s. He looks like he has been rapidly aged to his late 40s. Whether by magic or by just what maybe he has experienced, you aren't really certain just yet. But he kind of like comes over to the table and he says, "Thank you so much for hearing me out. I'm sorry to disturb you all, but I'm not sure how to handle any excuse me. I would introduce myself, but I seem to not remember who I am. What is even worse is I don't know who I am, but I had this on my person," and he holds out what looks to be like a blue, like aquamarine stone, that looks like it is just like a shard of it, and he places it on the table. And when he places it on the table, it lights up, and an image appears, like very like holographic style image appears, and you see this same man. But he, it looks just like how he looks now, and he says, if you are looking at this message right now, it means that I have possibly perished doing the work that I have set out to do, but hopefully it is for the greater good. So if you're seeing this, the mansion up the hill, please destroy everything in there. And then the message cuts out. And you see the man just kind of like shaking his head. He says, I don't remember making this message, but that's me. And when I woke up, I was in front of that manor that I think I was speaking of. And I look so... If there's something in there that needs to be destroyed, I don't think I'm able to do that. So I ran here.
Oh, so you need someone to help you with some demolition? I mean, you're making a new wing in the manor house? I'm pretty good at smashing things up.
That's the thing. I don't know what is in the mansion that needs to be destroyed. I don't remember making this message.
bright side, congrats on not being dead. That's a plus.
Which,
Certainly a start.
yes, on the brighter side of things, yes, I do assume that is probably a nicer thing. Oh, thank you for the milk, by the way.
What was the last thing you do
Very
remember?
welcome.
The last thing I remember was waking up in the ditch outside of the wall of the manor and finding this crystal in my pocket.
How do we know that you're not dead and just reanimated?
Do I look dead?
Zara kind of leans over and sniffs.
Oh, he smells ripe.
Have you guys seen The Sixth Sense? Could be one of those.
No,
Perhaps-
he's not a ghost. Ghosts usually don't smell like that.
I must admit I agree with my friend, though perhaps to put Moss at ease, I could take a look over you. I know something of the healing arts. May I?
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
And Nahir will kind of lean forward, place a gentle hand upon their head, and then kind of very carefully with the other hand, kind of just inspect kind of their body, looking for wounds, looking for blood they might not have seen, and perhaps trying to get a sense of, is there something else going on with this man? And 24 on a medicine check.
On a medicine check. Excellent. So yeah, you check him over. He's not hurt anywhere, or at least he's not like actively bleeding anywhere. You can definitely tell that he is in shock. You can definitely tell he's very shaken. He probably is dehydrated. This man looks like he has not been taking care of himself for a very long time. Which you can also tell with a 24 medicine check. There are kind of peeking out from his coat, which hangs on him kind of, again, like if you've been sitting in your pajamas for the last month and haven't really changed them, this is essentially what his guy looks like. I'm calling myself out here. But
does he have bed sores?
He doesn't have bed sores. No, what he you see what looks like red, bright red lacerations. Not quite lacerations, like rashes. Like if somebody had put scratch marks on his back, but if that person were a bear. That's what you can kind of see poking out of his back.
So you say you don't remember your name.
No.
How do you feel about Marmaduke?
Actually just call me Marv. I think Marmaduke sounds a little too long, but Marv sounds nice.
Fair enough, Marv.
I think if we are all sufficiently rested from our last adventure, I think this mystery would make a great new story and something add to our repertoire.
Also, by the way, here with a 24 medicine check, those lacerations seem a little strange to you. And I also now want you to go ahead and give me a religion check, please.
That one's going to be a 14, and I think for now Nahir is taking that information about this person's state and filing it away, and she plans to go into the details once they're kind of on the road towards the mansion, probably not wanting to put this man through any more than he's currently dealing with.
Yeah.
So 14 on the religion check.
I mean, the milk and some food is definitely helping him out right now. With the 14 religion check, you have seen lacerations like this before. You've seen normal lacerations, again, from a bear. They usually begin to bleed and bruise, and if they've been there long enough, they turn a certain way. With the 24 medicine check plus the 14 religion check, you can tell whoever put those marks on him were not either they were put there magically or by a being not of this plane.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you think it might be a mind flayer?
Well, team, how about we
Again, only-
set this guy up for the evening and then maybe check out this manor tomorrow? It's the evening, right?
I think
It is
that
8 yeah, it's 8
everyone
p.m.
could use a bath and a nap.
I think we could all do it for a nap, and you guys have
And a
fun
bath.
with your bath.
Do we just pick Gurf up and just toss him into a lake? Is this how
Pretty
we
much.
solve
I
this
think
problem?
that's the only way you can get him to take a bath. The man
I
looks
mean,
you all.
either get in the tub or I'm getting a towel and I'm going to clean you off myself, just
The
like I did
shell
with my
of
little
dirt
ones.
protects me. You
I don't
don't
know.
understand.
His
I think your
shell
shell dirt can be sparkly clean.
You could be marbled, not manure. Anyway.
Is there any bodies of water near us?
There is an inland ocean, like a few miles away. Otherwise, there are wells. There are, it's not uncommon to see a bathhouse around here. Yeah, I mean there's somewhere you can wash him, if you so chose.
You get to the top now, or I'm dipping you into the nearest well we could find on the way over next, and I'm going to put you in the bucket, and I'm just going to put you straight into the well, and not bring it back up until you're clean.
I'm a
Or at
good
least
climber.
not-
It'll be fine.
Or at least not smelly.
Marv kind of looks you all like the bartender brought him like some bread, and he looks up and he says, if you are going to the mansion sometime tonight, I want to go with you. Obviously, I have some connection to it, apparently, and I would like to see this through. I want to know why I can't remember who I am, and why this man who is me, or masquerading as me, said that he might die. It's all very strange.
Well, it's very late right now. Do we want to go tonight? Or wait till the morning? You look like you could use a nap, a bath, some food.
I also want closure.
Milk.
I don't think I might
I mean,
get much
closure
rest.
is what you want, then we can do our best to try.
Well, sure, we can put some fresh closure on you after your bath. But I'm thinking the bath might be a better idea first. You know, just you smell like well, better than this one over here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to bring my mom's stick out if
All right. Can we make a deal? You get rid of the smell. You keep the dirt.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Only if
And
I can
press-
cover you with flowers.
no, just cover with
presto
perfume.
digitation me up.
And I wave my hands and probably had my prestidigitation bath. It's just glitter. And it cleans you right up.
No, desmellifies.
But it desmellifies. But
They
there is
now
a little bit of glitter left.
they now look like after going to a day at the Renaissance Festival being chased by the fairies. There we go.
And or if
Acceptable.
you've ever been at a 3-year-old arts and craft class where someone decides that it's okay to bring out the glitter. It's never
Always
okay
is,
to
by the
bring out
way.
glitter.
Yeah.
You're just in the background looking at the group who's like come to a reasonable decision, just like nodding so proud. Meanwhile, mending their own clothes with cantrips, everything is pristine.
But yes, baths are had, food is consumed. Are you all going tonight to the manor, or are you actually waiting until the morning?
I suppose
Like-
if Marv is very into the idea of a degree of closure, then yeah, I guess we
I
can
mean,
go tonight.
If Marv gets sleepy, you can just ride on my back. I mean, it's not any big deal.
through.
It's because Zara's a big deal.
I mean, but if we go at night, then the ghosts have one up on us, guys.
There are ghosts.
But that makes a more exciting story.
But every manor clearly has ghosts. What if the ghosts are evil? What if they eat our brains?
But what if they're happy?
I don't have
and
that many
friendly?
brains. It's fine.
We'll just put Gurf ahead of us. It's fine.
Garf will protect the group.
Well, I probably should have left them with that smell then. But I don't know. Ghosts can't really smell, can they?
I don't know.
Perhaps we'll find out.
All right. Well, we'll maybe we'll take a flagon of milk and just pour it on you if we happen to find any evil ghosts or brain-eating ghosts.
All
there
right.
we go.
So, the bartender gives you a flagon of milk. Milk or ale? Did you say milk or ale?
Milk.
Milk. Okay, that's what I thought.
It'll smell nice and right by the time we get there.
Perfect. Room temp
I love
dairy.
it.
Before we go, though, I would like to go up to the barkeep, stand
Yes.
on a stool. Excuse me, barkeep.
Yes, what can I do for you?
The young man who came in, smelling like a ripe old potato. What is that manor he came from? Up on the hill.
Well, that we actually don't know too much about that manor. We knew that a family was there probably 5-10 years ago, and then it kind of just shut up, and vines kind of grew around it, and we didn't really see any lights coming out of it. And I mean, most of us did think it was haunted, but no one ever went in there, so we just assumed that no one lived there at the moment. But if this person is saying that, you know, they came from there, I guess maybe they're part of the old family that used to live there. They're very secretive, so I unfortunately don't know too much about them. I'm sorry.
It's okay. And I put a goal down. We'll figure it out, and then we'll let you all know what it is.
Thanks. So, you all make your way up to the manor. This is the walking motion. It's walking.
We all power walk up
You
to the
all
manor.
power walk up to the manor. Okay. When you get there, sure enough, and it takes you a good 30 or 40 minutes to walk up the road through a small wooded area into a clearing, and you do see this very large manor house. And if it had work done on it, it would be beautiful, immaculate. You could hold soirees here. But at the moment, it looks like no one has lived here in years. Vines growing everywhere, cracks in the windows. There is a gate, but one half of the gate is hanging nearly off of its hinges. It is spooky haunted house TM. Or more like dilapidated manor TM. That's how this place looks.
Garf doesn't know what a soiree is, but it's just 10 p.m. at this point. Garf will light some torches.
Yeah.
And
You light
hand
a
them around.
torch. Excellent. Marv points to a small divot in the road, just before the gate, and he says, I woke up there.
Then perhaps that is where we should start. This mansion certainly does fit the bill for the kind of story you told us earlier.
Can I go over there and see, maybe how long he was laying there?
Sure, yeah. Give me either investigation or survival.
I'll do survival. That is a 12.
Okay. With a 12, you can definitely see, the broken bits of grass and the small indent of, obviously, someone having lain here, but you can't really tell for how long.
Okay, that's all.
Marv goes up to the gate and he says, "Should we go inside, or how do adventurers normally go about doing this?"
Nix, Nahir, do you guys sense any magic-y stuff over there?
No, but I do like to use all my tools at my disposal. GM, are there any like squirrels or small birds around?
Give me a nature check. I don't normally get to ask that. This is great. I'm excited.
Nature. That is only a 4.
Only a 4. Yeah, you are like trying to sense the squirrels and birds, like trying to hear their songs, even just like the song of the crickets at night. Weirdly enough, you don't hear anything. No birds, no crickets, not even like a moth flying by. And it's eerie. Like, even in a haunted mansion, like at least there's like wind blowing or like an owl hooting to add ambience. It's quiet here.
Can I like look at the dirt and see if there's bugs? There's bugs chillaxing down there.
Chillaxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside the school. You see like a few insects, like some ants and everything, but it's like just like a line of ants. That's really about it.
I would like to pick up like an ant and just like there is life.
Yeah, but I can't talk to ants. I was gonna talk to like a squirrel or something and see what they might have seen, maybe how long he was laying here, but the fact that there's none around here is very concerning, so we probably should be careful when we try and find these friendly or evil ghosts.
You can talk to ants, they just don't talk back. You can talk to anything. It's crazy.
Just like Gerp.
I know,
You
I
just like a
talked to a
different
fish
invention. You just see him yelling at a salmon. Just love me, and y'all are like, okay.
Oh, and I know, I talked to a fish once. I mean, all it said was blub, 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 but it talked.
That's something.
But, the thing I've discovered about if you want to see if anyone lives in a place, you gotta do this. And she just, like, strides up to the door and just knocks on it.
Excellent.
Hello!
So there was like a stony gate with like the wrought iron gate in front of it. You just like knock pretty much it. You don't have to lockpick it. You can literally just like knock the last bit of it off of its hinges, and you do see
it's a brick house.
Yeah,
I mean,
a Russian brick house in the winter. You see, there is that like kind of like circular dirt, kind of courtyard area. You can see that there probably was a garden in the back, but it is completely brambles and overgrown ivy at this point. So you stride up to the door and you knock, and you can hear that knock kind of like echoing through this very empty house. There is no answer.
Moss would like to, while everyone's dealing with that, investigate to see if they can find anything in the brambles.
Excellent. So you make your... so we have Zara going up to the door. We have Moss going to the brambles. Before you roll, one sec. I'm going to ask everybody what their characters are doing. So, Gerf, what are you doing right now?
I'm going to be sort of next to Marv, just sort of looking at him to see what sort of a reaction he's having, and like, see if he's got any sort of reaction to us poking around this mansion, because I feel like he's got a connection there.
Yeah, I can just go ahead and give you. Actually, you know what? Hold that thought. I'm gonna have you make you roll for that. Nahir, what are you doing?
Here is doing a mix between standing watch and then looks to the group and says, "Do you think we have the time for me to perhaps try to detect any magics here? It will take a moment for me to do so without troubling myself too much for it, but it could prove useful."
Try anything you want. They don't seem to be answering the door.
All right then. And Nahir will go and have a dance party off to the side where she ritualistically will cast Detect Magic.
We are going to have a disco.
For about 10 minutes, while I imagine the camera's kind of panning around her dancing, but then in the background, we see each of the other things happening.
Yeah.
And she's just completely not registering the world while she casts this spell.
There we go. I did it. Sorry. Took me a second. So I'm so sorry. What were you casting again?
Detect magic.
Detect magic. Excellent. Casting detect magic, and then Nyx, what are you doing?
I'm coming up right behind Zara to go through the door if someone opens it, because I want to go inside.
Excellent. Gurf, make me an insight check on Marv.
Alrighty. That is a 10.
10.
So, stellar. It's great.
I mean, just looking at Marv, you can tell that he is very anxious about all of this. He just has like a baseline anxiety about all of this, and he actually will probably, when Zara begins to make her way towards the door, he will follow her at a distance.
Okay. But nothing like suspicious going on or anything.
No, he is just as confused as all of you, but he also has that like, I need to know.
Then I'm gonna be there. I'm physical and emotional support for Marv.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yes,
so,
hide behind the meat shield with the shield.
Yes. Hide behind the meat shield with the shield, but also take comfort in the small shield. So here you're casting detect magic. It takes you about 10 minutes, but that's okay because I don't care about time here. Time is an illusion. You cast that, and within the 30 feet radius around you, nothing really comes up. Nothing really strange happens when you cast detect magic. But as you are you walking around with it, or are you staying? Where are you going with your detect magic?
Yes, I'm imagining maybe by the time the others are approaching the door and starting to go inside, that's around when her dance party's done. So she opens up her eyes, and they're this blaring gold color to match the rest of their being.
Yeah.
And they will go to follow the rest of the party in, and kind of in their usual fashion will kind of share what they're learning from the spell as they're learning it. So yes, I don't sense anything that comes across as odd, but be vigilant. This Marv has markings around his neck that make me think there's some sort of incorporeal being or something malicious inside.
So as you get close...
Wait, around his neck? Can I look at his neck and, do I see anything that's non-magical? Does he have, tattoos or anything?
Make me a perception check.
That's a 4.
You are very short. And you just
it's true.
You just are not at the right angle to see, because these were actually they weren't hidden necessarily, but they are behind his collar, which you guys have cleaned him up a little bit, so it got kind of readjusted. So Nahir definitely knows where they are, but at your height and at your angle, Gurf, you can't see what she's talking about. Not that you don't believe her, you just can't see him. But Nahir, as you get closer to the door, your detect magic, very faintly, it's not immediately in the radius, but it's almost like you can feel it with just your natural magical senses as they are up right now. The area around this mansion feels off. It's not like someone has cast a magic here. Something magical has settled on this place, on this manor, and it doesn't sit right with you.
Permeated into the very stone and wood of the mansion.
Yes, exactly.
Something is making the hairs on just my whole body raise up. Be careful, everyone.
The hair on my body sticks up all the time, but I think it's mostly the mud.
The mud and the dirt, the pumpkin, yeah.
They're not wrong.
Moss, what did you get for your...
I got I got a 19
Cool. Were you rolling investigation or nature?
investigation.
Investigation. Excellent. So you go over to these brambled hedges that at one point probably looked pretty cool and actually looked like maybe like a garden maze or something, but now just look absolutely terrifying and you don't want to try and squeeze through there. And they you can definitely see that there's a walkway, a stony walkway that has also been overgrown, and a small fountain that is not currently in use. Like, it's got like a bunch of leaves and brambles inside of it, but in the back you can see what is probably like, you know, like a garden that is also overgrown.
All of their being is being used to not just dive into that.
It is the back of the house, so if you did want to investigate further, that is an option. But we also now turn to Zara, and she is knocking on this door, and you don't hear anything. Do you attempt to open the door?
She looks back. Hey, Marv. When I can't quite remember. When you told yourself to destroy everything, does the door count as that everything?
I would like to ready my battle axe.
Is there like a key in your pocket or something? Is the door even locked?
He checks his coat pocket, he checks his pants pocket, and I didn't find anything on my person except for that crystal shard.
She tries the handle.
You turn the handle,
Smash?
and literally as you turn the handle, it just crumbles in your hand, and the door just swings open.
Don't know
That was
my own
easy.
strength, apparently.
And as the door swings open, you can see inside of this manor, and again, it looks like no one has lived here in years. There are no coverings on any of the furniture, so you can see like mold and dust, and maybe creatures have gotten in here and have like torn into it a little bit. You can see some of the brambles have kind of crawled in through the windows and then begin like going through the going along the walls in here. It looks really rough.
My gods, this decoration job is fantastic. I've got a lot of stuff to tell the kids when I get back home.
Does that feel like very Beauty and the Beast vibes or something?
I mean, worse than that, but like, yeah, like this house has been succumbed to the elements. There is one large room immediately to your left. There is a smaller room to your right. Two more sets of doors down the hallway, as well as a set of stairs going up.
When you say creatures got to it, is that like claw marks similar to the ones that are on Marv, or no?
No, like probably like a stray dog or a stray cat, or even the squirrels or raccoon, like small vermin that, you know, gets into houses because it's warm. But again, Nyx, from outside, you've been just like kind of keeping an eye out for like maybe there's a family of squirrels that has now taken residence inside of this home. Just like it was outside, even though you see the remnants of what probably was an animal, you don't hear like the scraping against the wall or in the ceiling like you normally did if there was like a squirrel infestation. Again, your footsteps don't creak. There are no sounds in this house. The only thing you can hear once you get inside is like the silent whooshing of wind as the door begins to let in a draft.
No mice, no flying mice. Those are bats.
So I can see why you told yourself to destroy this place. I mean, there's got to be a million code violations in here.
Hosha
seems like
was
a bit
shut
of a
this place
shithole.
down.
I mean, the place should be condemned. Someone can get really hurt. I mean, I know how kids are. They really like to explore places like this, and usually they don't. I mean, they can bounce back and everything, but you know, all those splinters and everything can give you some nasty infections or maybe some gangrene. I mean, what we do in the tavern, it's all for show, but this could really get someone hurt.
Can I inspect to see like if it's still all structurally sound? Like if I climb the staircase, is it just gonna collapse on me?
Yeah, you can investigate the staircase and see how, or
Okay.
you can just like walk up and down it.
I was gonna say, do you investigate by walking up, or do you investigate by?
That's more like experimentation.
Hey, those stairs are gonna fall apart as soon as you step on.
The DC depends on what you're doing.
Very light. Yeah, I'm very light and very small. I feel
Are
like
you
it'd be fine
walking
for
up the
me,
stairs, or are you
but-
just looking at it?
I was thinking more like inspect to see if it was about to collapse. I
you
did
just look
not
at it.
tell any of you, but I have proficiency in woodworking tools and stuff. So
Yeah.
okay, just look at it.
Yeah, I imagine that's what you're doing, just looking at it. Maybe inspecting the wood with your hands, but you are not actively trying to climb the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What did you get for your investigation?
That is a. Sorry. That is a 13.
13? Yeah. No, the stairs do seem solid. I mean, obviously there is some wood rot somewhere, but they don't look like they will fall in immediately if you put pressure on them. And again, you put your hand on them and you kind of put pressure on it to kind of see if it'll give or whatever. The wood doesn't creak. The only way you know that there's wood rot is just from the look and the grain feel of it, which you can tell from your woodworking. If you did not have that, you would assume that the wood is fine because it doesn't make any noise when you put pressure on it. And that's weird.
Can I try like breaking a piece off?
Yeah,
Like,
make me an
not
athletics
like-
check.
Sure.
Yeah, just pop.
Ah, that's something I'm good at. That would be a 15.
Yeah, you pop a piece of wood off. Pop.
Okay. I'm just gonna show the piece of wood to the party and be like, it breaks, so it technically we can destroy the house, you know? It'd take a while, but like, we could do it.
Yeah, but I want to know why he doesn't have his memory and what happened here. That's the only. Nothing gained if nothing risked. I think we should.
Maybe he's got some black mold poisoning. I mean, I wouldn't really be all that surprised looking around here. I mean,
Boring
that-
story, but.
that fungus could really get to your brain, I can tell you that. No, I mean, back when I was younger, that's not a story for the kids.
All right, let
What
me
if
run.
it is like a memory-eating ghost?
Let me run an empirical logic argument by you guys. So, we trust Marv, right? And Marv was the one on the crystal. And Marv on the crystal said to destroy the house. So we destroy the house.
Burn it with fire.
So, as you guys are having this conversation, Marv begins to kind of look around. You can kind of see him kind of like looking over everything. His face is scrunched in concentration. And he begins to walk past the stairs down to one of the doors actually attached to the stairs, like where it would be like a cupboard. And he opens it. And you actually can see inside is another set of stairs leading down. And he says, I think we need to check the basement. I don't know why. It's one of those
Well,
weird sense kind of things.
If that's something you remember, I mean,
I
that's a good sign,
don't
right?
really remember it, but it's almost like my body knows to go to the basement. Like I've done it so many times. It's
Muscle
weird.
memory.
What if we
Now
just
that's-
push him down the stairs?
Now that's just trusting your butt there, right? Or was it gut? I can't quite remember.
Juiciest secrets are usually hidden in the basement.
And actually, as he's secrets are always
That's what
hidden
my
in the
wife
basement.
says.
Listen to your body. Listen to your gut reaction. If you gotta go in the basement, go in the basement. Actually, so he opens the door and he says this, and you see that crystal that he had float out of his pocket. But like it's glowing and it floats just for a moment in front of the door, and you actually kind of watch as a shard kind of forms very fractal like on the other side of the previous crystal, and then another image appears, and you can see a much younger Marv in this image, like probably he's 20 or something, and he's like clean shaven, his hair is short, he's actually wearing like robes, and he looks just like excited, and you actually see him standing like next to family members. They all look very similar to him. You see a mother and father, two women about the same height as him, and then a younger, smaller boy, and they're all looking excitedly, and you hear Marv just say, well, just got back from Wizarding College, beginning my research now. Family has finally let me build my my laboratory in the basement. So hopefully this diary will lead all of those to know the struggles and the links that I have gone for the world of magics. And then the image cuts out. And Marv is just like looking at it like,
So,
That was
Marv,
blog.
Interesting.
can you try casting a spell of some sort? And, it seems in the other you were a wizard. Maybe you still are a wizard.
How about my sparkle cleaning prestidigitation spell? I know wizards know that spell.
let me see. And he raises up a hand, and he does cast the cleaning spell, the prestidigitation. It cleans this whole hallway.
What?
Casting this spell really only gets like maybe a person's height or so. You usually have to cast it like twice to clean off one person. All of you are clean. This hallway is clean.
Nix,
Uh-oh.
I gotta say, Nix, I mean, this hallway sparks joy.
It does.
I'm going to go outside and rub dirt on myself.
We're outside. There
Which
is another
coincides with the
doorway
bathroom break,
out
so.
into the garden, or do you go back out to the front door? Oh, he himself actually is going to just. We'll come back to him in a second. But yeah, he does that, and he's just like,
You're extremely powerful.
Yes, you are.
Is that a good thing though? If I can't remember how to do this,
Power
that brings up so many more
inherently-
questions.
Maybe it's something in your the previous used basement laboratory that might have something. I mean, unless you want to try to remember this conversation you had with your family. I hear that roleplay is very, very efficient at that. Now, I'll be your mum. All right, Marvy. All right, Marvy. I've decided you did such a good job at Wizard College that I'm going to let you have your own basement apartment. Now, make sure that you clean your own socks.
I have reemerged covered in dirt again. What did I miss?
This is actually very important. Gurf, did you go to the front? Did you go to the front of the house, or did you go to the back of the
The
house?
front, the door we entered. I'm not about to explore the rest of this mansion on my own.
Okay. Yeah, you're covered in dirt now. So yeah, Zara, you begin to do this roleplay with Marv, and he's just kind of like, I don't.
It's not helping any, is it?
Or
Or is it? I mean, I could put more detail about socks.
Zara's really
actually, I'm gonna need Zara. I'm gonna need you to make me a performance check. Weird,
God, this
I
is gonna
know.
be
It's just.
It's gonna be so bad.
I don't know. I think Zara should get advantage on it because she is a great mom.
You know what? Fair, Zara. You have advantage on this because you are a great.
Well, I
mom.
just rolled a 19, so I'm not really sure if that's.
No, that's great. Plus,
Okay.
plus anything for your charisma.
That's with the charisma.
Oh, a 19?
Modifier.
Okay. No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. So yeah, you say all of this stuff, and you see Marv's face kind of like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'll try. And then confusion.
Now, what's this?
We
I
definitely
have to
need
get back. I have to get back in character. Now, what's this little vial of something over here? I think it looks a little bit like a bottle of cleaning vinegar.
I definitely feel like my mom, if that was her in the image.
I have that effect on people. It's all right.
You're a phenomenal mother. I can tell. There's
Oh, thank you.
uh
Not as good as my wife Amelia, I can tell you that.
either we can check more in the basement, and I feel like more of my information will be brought back in that same way with the crystals, or we could probably find out more about my family, I guess, if we explore the rest of the house.
Maybe
I
we can
feel
find some family portraits or something, or
Can we
there are no like
find the dining room?
there are no portraits down here. The dining room was actually to the left. That was the large room
journals?
to the left.
Quick
The
glance.
journals. I mean,
Yeah,
oh,
journals,
oh.
libraries.
Right, you
Yeah.
have your crystal journal. What is it? A clog, maybe?
I think
A
I called it a diary.
crystal log. All right. You got your
Maybe-
crystal diary. Maybe you made some more for your family, or maybe you learned the habit from them. Maybe there might be a journal diary around here somewhere.
Or what about a spell book? Would that maybe be downstairs? Maybe in the library?
Maybe another crystal. Or maybe we could check the jewelry boxes.
Would the backyard have a cemetery in it? Where
You-
you
Quite
bury
possibly.
family members?
Moss,
Wow.
you did when you made your check, when you looked into the garden, you did not see a graveyard. You did not see a
Okay.
yeah.
Are we in the basement right now? Did I
No.
miss us going
You
into the
are
basement?
on that
Oh, okay.
first floor landing. It looks like there are stairs leading down to the basement, but there's also a set of stairs that lead upstairs. So as you guys are actually in this hallway, again on the left hand side, there looks to be a large room, a dining room area. There is another door kind of next to that room on your left. There's also a door directly in front of you leading out into the garden. And then there's an open space next to you on the right hand side that looks like it connects into two rooms. It looks like both a kind of like a lounge area / sitting room, all on the right hand side.
Moss is just gonna run into the sitting room.
You get in there. All
Moss.
you go into the sitting room. Zara, where are you going?
Oh gosh, I think that she's going to. I think she's gonna go to the basement.
Gonna go down to the basement.
I'll go to
Yeah.
the basement with you.
Go to the basement. And here, where are you going?
Here has a quick question for our friend Marv.
Yeah.
So when her companions start talking about these objects that he has around the house, she nods and her senses are still open to kind of the magic around them.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, that's fine.
I can.
So I think. Go.
Yeah. So you have that up. I think you have it for a good 10 minutes. I think.
It ends whenever is narratively the most interesting.
Okay. So you you have your eyes open, and when you actually watched as Marv's crystal kind of built upon itself, and you saw that other image, you saw transmutation magic happening when that happened. And as you get kind of closer and closer to the basement, to the door and the stairs leading down there, that sense, of wrongness seems to almost intensive. So if you've ever, if you are susceptible to high-pitched noises or EMF readings, just like electricity in the air that isn't really readable except by electronic devices, but it just it makes you nauseous and it gives you a really bad headache. That's essentially what you are getting right now, here as you get closer to the basement.
I think
Is
they
it?
take that moment of seeing the transmutation magic
Mm-hmm.
as like a point of relief because it looks like transmutation magic and it feels like it. So it's
Like you
maybe
see that,
the
you're like,
only thing in the house that feels right.
yes.
And she's remembering before entering the home, she pinged on something specific, and now they're looking around trying to figure out, was that coming from a specific direction, and it really is the basement.
Like when that door opens, it because also like you're kind of standing over where potentially that room would be, and it feels like you are everything is on a pinprick for you. And here you are normally a very calm and a very uh, 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 you it takes a whole lot to get you upset and kind of off balance. Being in this house is setting you off, and you do not like it. I mean, everybody else probably also has like the creepy anxiety factor, but you are like, it physically hurts you to be in this house.
So it's like an unholy sort of feeling, not really a necessarily magical or general unease that anybody would be able to tell, or no?
Nahir, would you like to roll me a religion check?
Oh yeah, so Nahir will begin reiterating a lot of this out as their companions start to go to different portions of the house. They'll call out, probably in a fashion that they're very familiar to, a 10 on this religion check.
A 10 is enough. It is not being hidden very well, and you as a cleric are like you can tell because again you're having these symptoms. It's weird, like this is not normal, and you realize that this house is on top of unhallowed ground.
And everyone will hear their voice kind of call through these rooms of the house. We do find ourselves in a place that has felt some sort of desecration. There is something magical, something possibly evil in the basement.
Desecration in a good or a bad way?
It's always bad.
Ah, that's
We're going to
That's
need
up.
to speak more about desecration in the future. I will write that down in my journal of conversations to have in the future.
really just a
And
matter
sure
of
enough,
opinion.
Nahir has
Considering we're about to head down to a college boy's old bedroom, I mean, there's a lot of unholy things going on down there as far as I can tell.
Yeah, believe
Someone
me,
gets it.
yeah.
From the other room that Moss and I have run off into, scream if you need me.
So
I do not scream, I bellow.
I'm getting
Hello, if
so
you
many
need
ideas for
me.
my kid's haunted house next year.
So Moss and Nyx, the two of you run into the sitting room and you jump onto this couch and like a billow of dust appears. You cough a little bit. It doesn't feel very good. But as you sit down on the couch, you watch that dust kind of float in front of you and it kind of coalesces, and then suddenly you see eyes appear in the dust and hands and a mouth. And the mouth opens, and it
Brainy ghost,
screeches at the two of you. There are two of these dust. They're not dust methods. I'm just using the illusion of the world. But you see this incorporeal figure scream, and all of you hear this at you, Nyx and Moss. And now we're going to roll initiative. Yay! Huzzah!
Brain eating ghost, brain eating ghost, brain eating ghost.
Brady goes, oh no!
It's quickly sending a message to like, Zara, come here.
Help me!
The-
I'm
all-
pretty
all-
sure she can hear that scream.
Oh yeah.
Zara, are you and I like on the way to the basement, or are we like at the top? Like,
I think this all probably happened within probably within 2 rounds from the sound of
Okay.
it. So
Oh, yeah, no,
probably close enough to hear.
I think Marv was talking to you guys about that. You were doing your role play, and then here was like, I don't feel good. I think this place is on unhallowed ground, and then you
Gotcha.
hear the scream coming from the sitting room. So Zara, what did you get for your initiative?
I got a 19.
Woo! Moss,
17.
17. Gurf,
12.
Nahir,
8.
8, and Nyx.
I also got a 17 with Moss.
Wonderful. Which of you would like to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
That way I don't hit you with any magic.
Wonderful. So start of the initiative is actually going to be Zara, and then it is going to be the these two specters, followed by Nyx, and then Moss, then Gurf, and then Nahir. I will remind you guys when it is your turn in the initiative, but we are starting with Zara. Zara, you hear the screams of both the damned and the probably the screeches and the squeals of your companions. What do you do?
Who might also be damned. We don't know.
She
Nah,
turns
they're
on her
fine.
heel and starts like running towards the scream, like drawing her battle axe and shield, going, "Hold on, Mummy's coming!" And
Adventure Mom, hurry!
Adventure Mom, save us!
yep.
Love it.
Adventure Mom is a vibe.
That's a vibe. That is a vibe.
I need a T-shirt, even though I'm not a mom yet. Okay.
It's a state of being.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm mother to my friends. Okay.
Yes.
So I don't know. Is she anywhere near this scene at all? I mean, would she be able to get an attack in, or is she just entering the room?
No, you can totally get an attack in. So yeah, you run around the corner, and sure enough, you see these grayed, barely kind of visible beings that are floating in front of Nyx and Moss. Two of them, they're both again, their legs kind of disappear, but you can see their torso and their arms and their mouths, and it's barely a person, more of a ghost sort of being.
And they're hostile, right?
They are
Just
hostile. They are screaming at
Okay.
Nyx and Moss, and their hands are reaching out for them.
Oh, she's gonna charge the nearest one.
Yes.
Like, this is what happens when you don't clean your room! Okay, that is, finding battle axe. Here we are. That is, holy crap, does an 18 hit?
An 18 totally hits, yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Alright, and that is 8 points damage.
Okay. You do 8 points of damage to the first one that is in front of Nyx. And you swing your axe through it, and literally your axe goes through it. It definitely dissipates a little bit, and then you watch it reform, but it takes a minute. So you feel like your axe didn't do quite as much damage as you suspected would. So it only takes 4 points of damage.
Okay, well, she's just gonna take her bonus action to try to do a shield master shove to. So you shove the creature within 5 feet of you with your shield.
Yeah. By the way, did your charging have any effect, or was that just flavor? Do you actually have?
That was flavor text.
Okay. You do have a second attack as a 5th level fighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 That's an 11.
An 11. Dang it, 11 misses.
Okay.
Bummer. But
She's
so,
still
yeah,
struggling.
do that shield bash that I just
Shove.
shove. Fly, just
You've been
push
shoved
them out
back
of the
5 feet.
way. Is it a save on my part? Do you attack, or?
It doesn't really give any details. I think it's just shoving about 5 feet back.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, you push them, push that one in front of you 5 feet. Where are you moving them?
Away.
Away. Do you want to move them behind you or to the side? Just so they're 5 feet away from Nyx?
Further away from the squishier characters.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. So you shove the specter to the right of Nyx, and you get in between her and the specter. Excellent. Wonderful.
Okay.
And then it is their turn. So the one in front of you, Zara, is going to swipe at you with its hand. Does a 17 hit you?
Nope.
No, it does not. Wow. Good. That would have been bad. So it reaches out to you and tries to touch you, and you have that shield out. And you just kind of knock his hand away. And then the one in front of Moss is going to also reach its hand out to you. Also a 17. Does 17 hit? Okay. 2, 5, 10. You take 10 points of necrotic damage. And I'm going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, I was reading the chat for a second. Was that me?
No, yeah, you're good.
Okay. So no con saving throw?
Oh, no, not Zara. Zara, you're fine. Moss
Sorry.
is making a con saving throw.
13.
13, that is enough. Or not enough. The con save is a 10. But yeah, you feel your life force being literally removed from you by this spectral being. And it hurts. It does not feel good at all. But you do not feel as weak as you feel like you probably would have been if you hadn't just been very hardy. And Marv comes into the room and he's just like, what's going on? And the specters look up at him. And then you begin to hear very, very faintly the murmurs of, you did this. Can't believe you. You and your work. You in the basement. All your fault. How could you? How could you? Laurel, how could you?
Is that your mom?
Marv, use your magic.
And you can see Marv kind of put his head over, and he looks very, again, very scared of what is going on right now. And now it is Nyx, followed by Moss. Nyx, what are you
We
doing?
will unpack those whispered things later. I whip my knife out of my side and I quickly prick my finger and like splash the blood over these specters. And I cast Bane.
Ooh.
So charisma saving throw.
Ooh.
The
Exciting.
14.
So, on the one that was in front of you, or on both of them?
I can choose up to 3 creatures, so I choose the 2 specters.
Okay, cool. So charisma saving throw, that's a 3. And that is an 18. So, the one in front of Moss succeeds. And I think Bane is a D4 on my
It's,
stuff.
Yep, attack rolls or saving throws.
Got it.
And then Moss, kick their ass, and you'll have a bardic inspiration.
Yay!
Are any of them in front of me right now?
No, the one that was in front of you got pushed away by Zara.
And then I would
You
like
sing kick their ass.
kick their ass.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And then I will, since I'm kind of like standing on the couch, I will just like hop off and stand behind it. So
Yeah.
it's like,
You hop over it. You're like, you see the flower crown, and that's
yes,
it.
you see my flower crown. It's a D8 for my bardic inspiration, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And then it is Moss's turn. Moss, what do you do? There is one in front of you that put its hand on you. Wait, how dare?
How dare?
How dare?
How dare? I'm going to try and stab it with my short bow.
Wait,
Or not my short
Wait,
bow.
with
oh,
your
gosh.
bow?
Question.
I can't
Short
read
sword, I
today.
imagine.
it's okay.
Yes.
Just whap. So you stabbing it with a short sword or shooting it with a short bow?
I am stabbing it with a dagger. I just can't read today.
It's okay.
Girth can't read every day.
Oh, God.
Um,
A
Question:
13.
Is Moss and this dust creature within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Yeah, do we have flanking rules for
Uh,
advantage or no?
You have to be literally like one person on one side, the other person on the other side, like
I've
not
got-
next to each other.
Yeah, I've got a fighting style protection, and I'm wearing a shield, so I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, so you
Oh,
probably
no.
would have wanted to do that on their turn. Sorry.
Sorry.
But I will remember for next time.
Yes. Sorry.
but-
Brain.
It's okay. You guys are doing fine. But it's okay. Moss, a 13 hits them. Roll me the damage of your dagger.
6.
Wow.
Don't forget sneak attack.
Yes, sneak attack.
Does not have sneak attack.
Oh, I thought.
Sneak attack, you can only get sneak attack if another creature is
I thought
flanking
Zara was
it,
next to it.
and or if you have
thought-
advantage on the attack.
I thought if
Yeah.
you had someone within your like an ally within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Is there an ally within 5 feet? Does that? I thought it was an ally within 5 feet.
Yeah, it's
That is
within
provoking the monster.
sneak attack procs if you have an ally within 5 feet of the target that you are attacking.
Oh, so even if the target is like directly affecting you. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Cool. Never mind. Yeah. Moss. Yeah, you get to roll your sneak attack
I can
damage on
check
top
to
of
make
that
sure.
one.
I'll get back to you on that one.
No, it's fine.
9. So 9 plus 6,
Nice.
which is 15.
15 only takes 7 because again you feel your dagger go through. You know the vital points of a normal person. You're not sure if it's the same as the specter as you stab into it, and sure enough, like it hurts it, but not as badly as you think it should.
And from that, I'm going to disengage and hop over the couch.
Also hopping over the couch. Excellent. We'd love to see it. And now we are on Gurf and then Nahir. So Gurf, what are you doing?
So, seeing my dear companions threatened by these specters, I would like to go into a rage, which comes with an accompanying. If I can get this to work.
Another flower crown!
Ah, there it is. There it is. I would like to enter a rage, and in my rage, I would like to try and run to the one that Zara is attacking.
Yes.
And I would like to take 2 big ol' swings at that bad boy.
Excellent. Yeah. Swing swong on it.
All
Can we
right.
hear the Mario Star music playing?
Sure. Yeah, why not? Alright, so I have a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alrighty. So that is 5 points of damage for the first one.
5 points for the first one. It will only take 2.
Oh, sorry. 7 points of damage because rage gives me
Right.
bonus damage. My bad.
So only take 3. For half damage, I always roll down for
that's
everybody. Everybody gets rolled down.
Yeah, and for the second attack, it is a 14 to hit.
A 14 does hit.
Okay. And damage for that is nice. 14 points of damage.
Whoa!
Oh, battle axes are the shit.
Yeah, it's super good. So 14 is 7. So yeah, you're carving into this specter in front of you, and again, your battle axe is going through it, and it like reforms in the smoke, and then your battle axe goes through it again, and it's getting harder and harder for it to reform itself as it is beginning to grow weaker.
In
And
the haze of rage that I feel, this is satisfying that it's starting to lose a bit of steam.
then we are at Nahir.
Nahir hears the commotion coming from the other room and follows in the footsteps, I think, of Zara.
Mhm.
So trailing closely behind, Nahir rushes in and is trying to take in as much of this enemy as possible. And their hand is reaching down to their side, trying to determine, do I pull out a scroll or do I pull out my holy symbol? And after watching the grim work done by her companions, they end up pulling out their holy symbol. It's in the shape of an arrow. It looks almost quite like an arrow, but it's been gilded, matching her entire persona.
Aesthetics.
And they will flip it around in their fingers, kind of like a baton,
Mhm.
and then hold the point towards these creatures and cast Turn Undead.
Awesome. they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
DC 15. And as this happens, we see this just bolt of blinding light radiate from their body, from the tip of that arrow towards them. And ideally, we see something good when the light fades.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
I'm trying to
Look at
remember
all
if
the
you
pretty
get...
lights.
It's very pretty. Do you get anything special for your turn undead at level 5, or is that not until later? They both fail, by the way, so they both are immediately like, ah! And they have to move their entire speed away from, or they have to use their reaction to run away, which means,
Oh, that means I get
Gurf,
opportunity.
Zara, I unfortunately do believe that Moss and Nyx, you are not in combat. Actually, no. Which way are they gonna go? Are they gonna go towards the couch or away from the couch? They move away from the couch, so they it almost like they turn and head towards where the stairs to the basement were. They begin floating that way, so away from the couch. But Zara and Gurf, the two of you, get attack of opportunities on them.
So as they turn, thank you for reminding me. I need them both to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh no.
DC 15.
Nope. Wow, guys. They fail. Both one got like a 5, and the other one got an 11.
So as they turn, I think the arrow that they're holding in their hands almost manifests as physical light and will strike each in their incorporeal chest, doing 16 radiant damage to each.
Damn.
So they die. Like, both of them. Like, your cleric came in and nerfed these spirits. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When the radiant light just like pierces through both of them, yeah, you watch as their figures just arch and clench and scream, and those wails that before had sounded very unhallowed and terrifying now sound almost human in a way, like a human crying out, and then they
Like,
turn
does it-
to mist.
Does it make us feel bad?
Like a little
Like,
bit.
if it's a human.
Well, like, no, it was definitely like they were definitely like maleficent. No, not maleficent.
Malevolent.
Malevolent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Malevolent spirits. You can definitely tell they were definitely evil. But as this light almost sort of like pierces through them and just kind of like almost cleanse them in a way, the last note that you hear of them sounds like the wailing of a person. And it's terrifying and it's scary. And on that note, we are going to take a quick break. So stick around. We're gonna go take just like a little quick break, 10 minutes. Go pee. Go eat some food. Get another drink, a refresher. Stand, walk around a little bit, and we will be right back.
It is almost empty.
And we are back. Excellent. Hello, everyone. We are back, and the party just defeated 2 specters, where once the specters got completely yeeted by our wonderful, wholesome cleric, the last shrill noises they made as they disappeared from this mortal coil sounded like the screams of human beings. So, or
Were they
people of
criticizing
this.
our life choices? Were they criticizing our life choices?
Not ours.
No, not yours. Probably
someone.
Marv's though.
Yeah, if they were criticizing Marv's choices, then that's pretty sad.
And when you kind of remember that Marv is there, you turn and he is holding up that crystal, which had you'd seen it kind of form a second fractal, and you can actually see a third one begin to form as well after the defeat of these specters. And yet another image appears. And you see Marv, he is a little bit older, probably another 2 or 3 years older. He's kind of got like some scraggle on his face. His hair's a little bit longer. And you can see him just kind of standing over a bench, and he just says, unfortunately, you know, there's always setbacks in when you are trying to learn more about the world and experience it in a way that might seem different from what your family wants. But hopefully by the time people are reading this, people are seeing this, my family will have seen what I can truly accomplish. So, Aunt Renee and Mother, I hope you will talk to me again. But, well, we have portals to open and experiments to run, so see you in the next day. And then the image disappears.
And is Marv's family not supportive? Because that's it's pretty sad.
It's pretty sad.
Although the portals to open makes me quite worried.
And the familiarity with specters is really weird. Are you a necromancer, Marv?
I
My rage has faded, by the way.
Your beautiful sparklies have faded, unfortunately. Marv is like, I don't know if I am now. Maybe I was whatever time this was. This is disconcerting. Maybe that's how I lost my memories. I was dabbling in something I probably should not have been.
Usually what happens.
Maybe these are the reasons that my past self told us to destroy. But maybe that is why I told myself in the first video to destroy this mansion. Maybe there's something here that I wasn't supposed to discover.
All I know is that I want to see the basement now. There's specters and portals and magic stuff.
Yes, let's go do that. I still need to know what it was that I was trying to do, and maybe reverse it if I can. But if I'm not able to, please, I don't know what's going on, but heed the word of what I said in the image to destroy this mansion.
Well, you know, the first step to solving one's problems, especially when you're messed up, is admitting that you did something wrong.
Oh,
And
Thanks,
you've
Mom.
done that, so you've made a very, very big step right here. And now we're just gonna go make things right again. Sorry about your mum. I think that might have been your mum, or your Aunt Renee, I guess.
It's okay.
Oh,
Zara's a great adventure mom. She can be your new mom.
If I'm not needed here for whatever reason, or if I remember who I am afterwards, that might be nice. mean, I could
Is,
always.
I'll have to run by my wife Amelia, but
I think I am old enough that I don't maybe need a mother.
As long as you clean your filthy socks off the floor, and don't try to turn the rest of my family into dust ghosts and dust bunnies and all that, I think we might have something a room we could give you.
Is Zara older than Marv? Because if Marv is older than Zara, that makes this exchange way more entertaining.
Well, the Marv you see in the images looks very young. And you know what? Actually, Gurf, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Crap, I didn't actually give her an age.
Oh hell. Insight is 13.
13. Yeah, you can definitely tell that Zara and Marv are probably maybe the same age, but only by looks. Like Zara obviously has like the life experience, whereas Marv just looks haggard.
As long as it's consensual, that's fine.
I don't think Zara swings that way. I mean, she does swing with her battle axe, and it's great.
I swing both ways, really. I mean, how do you think I've got my 2 other kids that are biological, by the way? But yes, we got. I mean, Bucky. He's a cute little half elf. He's got the cutest little green eyes. And Higgs, I mean, he's my youngest. He's a half-orc, but he's got really pale skin. And pretty blue eyes, too. But, oh my god, he tries to chase his older sister all the time, and it's not a pretty sight. I mean, she spends most of her time trying to either get food from the other 2 boys, or... Have you ever tried to raise boys? It's just,
I really haven't.
Please tell me that one, you have like portraits of all your kids and your wife, and you show them off like General Major Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
Hey.
she does. She does,
Okay,
as well as their drawings.
I want to think that it's like a wallet that just unfolds
Yes.
and it just keeps flapping down
Yes.
until it's like down to there.
She has
With just
so
various pictures.
It's
of
taller
kids.
than us.
She has so many pictures with crayons and glitter on it,
It's great.
and like dust and dirt, and
Her
you know,
teeth.
little pieces of little rocks and whatnot, because macaroni is not really a thing yet.
Yet. Yeah, I think you are showing off some of these drawings and everything as you all are making your way into the basement. So, it's dark down here, but I feel like Gurf, you still have your torch that you
Yeah, I lit all the torches from
Yeah.
because before.
you have
You
all
carry
the
Even though
around.
half of us don't need them.
It's
I do though.
So as you are making your way down the stairs, you notice that these stairs are made of stone, and the walls are also kind of like chiseled away foundation of the house, also made of stone. And when you get to the landing at the bottom, you see this is a kind of sparse room, but there is a second door, a door in front of you. In this room is kind of like, this is like the storage area. There are bits of furniture that have obviously been collapsed. There are bits of like portraits that have been moved down here. You can actually see some of the family members that are in that were in the one of the images earlier. In this, some of the portraits, you see bits of their faces, and then other parts of the portraits have been kind of clawed through. Again, similar marks to the ones that are on Marv's back. Pretty much everybody in these portraits have been clawed through, unless they have Marv in it, and Marv's face is left unscathed.
So I have 2 questions in this
Yes.
basement apartment. One, is there really bad bad looking wood paneling lining the walls?
Unfortunately, not in this room. This is mostly stone. It's actually very cold down here.
2, is there a portrait of 3 wolf heads howling?
No, there's not. There's also not a portrait of like the kissing scene. They're like the kiss. I think that's one. Or
No, the
Bountiful.
accolade.
Huh? Oh, the accolade. That's right.
Yeah.
No,
Do
not.
any of the portraits look similar to the specters we fought?
No. Unfortunately, the specters were like remnants of the shapes of people.
Gotcha.
They did not have any like identifying features on them. And as you get down here, another Marv's crystal glows again, and then a 4th fractal appears. And now you see Marv, and more of the beard has kind of grown on his face. His hair is very ragged. His eyes look very sunken in, and he looks a little like wired, and he's like, she promised me that all of this would just work out, and she has shown me so many amazing things. I cannot wait for all of our research to come out. Everybody will know. Everybody will see. Finally, they'll believe me. And as he says this, you just see one red arm come around Marv's chest, and just
From where? Like, just out of nowhere?
mm-hmm.
Does it look corporeal or incorporeal?
It's like Cheshire Cat style. Like, it appears out of nowhere, and it curves around, but it is definitely solid when it wraps around Marv.
Is it a sexy looking arm?
It is a sexy looking arm.
That is ominous.
Oh,
Judge whether an arm looks sexy just
Oh.
purely on looking at
But
an
just
arm.
purely looking at it, like that's a sexy arm. I'm into
No,
that.
out of character, I think I know what this is, but yeah, I'm pretty certain Zara doesn't.
Does this look familiar?
Familiar how?
Like, would we recognize what kind of creature or thing or being this is based off the coloring or in the shape?
Excuse me. Go ahead and everybody can go ahead and make me a nature check.
Nope.
That is an 18.
18.
1.
Oh, ooh.
I rolled a natural 1, but I'm a halfling, so I can re-roll natural ones.
You can.
So I re-rolled it, got an 18 plus 2, so I got 20.
Wow.
Girth.
Here, what'd you get?
An 8 for
An 8.
religion. So I
Religion?
think that's more Nahir's knowledge.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only two that really kind of know what this is or what this could be is Nyx and Girth. So the two of you, you see the arm and you see the way that it's curling around, and you just also see the way that Marv in this image is acting, and you know, one, this is probably a demon. Or a fiend of some sort of being from kind of one of the more eviler planes of existence.
It's like Beetlejuice or something?
Maybe. You definitely heard him refer to them as she.
Gender, frankly, is way too complicated for Girth to grasp, so...
Big mood.
Yeah. Whatever this person or thing was, probably Marv identified it as a she, or maybe they identified themselves as a she to appease more to Marv. And that's okay. Well, I mean, not in this case because everything is bad, but, you can identify however you like. Ginger is a spectrum. But yes, you kind of get a feeling that this might be a demon.
When the arm went over Marv's shoulder, was that an intimate, sling
Oh
over the
yeah,
shoulder?
very much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was it possessive?
yes,
Like possessive intimate?
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah.
I just kind of side-eye Marv and just go
This
Is
is
Marv,
what happened.
noticing what's happening?
Oh yeah, and Marv totally can see all of this, see
Is he-
these images and stuff, and he's just
Is he into it?
no. I mean, probably. I mean, he definitely looks into it in the image, like in the crystal. But Marv in front of you looks very concerned. He's like, what happened? What
Partner? I don't judge. It's fine.
I guess this is what happens when you let your kid live in the basement after they've grown older. They start playing monsters and mazes and start summoning demons and all that sort of thing.
Does that come from personal experience, Zara?
Oh no, that was more like I would say my great aunt on my human sides, kind of ranting about not about going back to the home after me going back to the home after all, you know, the mercenary business didn't really first pan out. There was that time back during the recession and all that when you know, you didn't really, like, a lot of lords weren't able to pillage and go war after other countries or anything like that. So I just ended up living in my parents' basement for a while. My aunt didn't like that very much.
So
I think I broke them.
yeah, no, you're doing great. So you see this image, and the crystal drops, and the door in front of you begins to, not the door necessarily begins to glow, but a light begins to shine beneath the door. A very pinkish, reddish light just kind of very faintly begins to shine underneath the door.
Well,
So
I guess
well, you said destroy everything, and it's got a bit of an ominous glow under that door on there. You didn't mean your ex-girlfriend now, did you?
I don't know if
You know, you got to solve your own problems, Sam. You got to tell her, like, look, sweetheart, we've had a very good run, but it's not you, it's me.
I don't even remember having a partner
Alex,
or
no, you
anybody
don't.
or anything.
Oh, you don't.
it's been percolating in Gurf's brain for a second, and it finally occurs to them that demons, clerics, and clerics fight demons. Then goes, here, you're a cleric, right? I think there's some demon shit going on here, and I think you're absolutely the lady for the job.
But what if this is just like a star-crossed lover story?
Well, maybe you can act as a mediator, you know? I mean, got two very opposed sides. I mean, one that's probably angry that her lover forgot that she existed, and then you got this one that doesn't really remember that she existed, and you can act as that neutral party. You see, all relationships require communication to really work out.
Perhaps it's time for some couples counseling. This is something that I would have facilitated for joining ceremonies at my conclave, so this could be within my skill set.
Alrighty. Do you guys open the door?
It might be more polite to knock first.
Oh. Who knocks?
Why don't I just use Mage Hand to throw it open from far away?
Ooh.
Well, I would say that's very rude, but you know, you do you, I suppose.
We're in a haunted mansion.
Knock from far away, and then open it if we don't hear an answer from far away.
Oh no, when you knock on the door, you definitely hear a voice go, "Come in."
She sounds pretty.
Well, she said, come in, I'm gonna come in, so I go and open the door.
You know what? We should just push Marv in there, close the door, and leave. Let him deal with his ex-girlfriend by himself. It is a private matter. Us dwarves do not get involved. It's safer for
I've hung out with
everybody.
a lot of dwarves, and I confirm dwarves are generally very hands off with like the couples counseling stuff. I agree.
We
I
we
agree
can
with
give him an
Musk.
axe.
We
We can give him an axe.
I've got an axe.
An axe for your ex?
We already killed the ghost of his mum and aunt. The least we can do is reconcile him with his demon ex-girlfriend.
I want to know what.
You know
I wanna
what?
Be nosy. Not
It's just inappropriate. You know, some things are better left in private.
But
Marv,
if it
Marv, do
ended
you want
well,
backup?
bad.
Marv, do you want to do this
Yes.
on your own, or do you want backup?
No, I would like backup. I would like
All right, I'll go and open the door.
All right.
I'm ready.
So, yeah, Gurf, you open the door and you die. No, okay. No. You open the door and all of you can now see this red, pretty much a red light kind of glowing from the room, and all the lights in here, the flames, the torches in here have a very warm red glow to them. And sitting on a lounge,
Is it a chaise lounge?
it is like a Phaeton couch kind of situation. In pink robes with feathers on them and a glass full of wine, is this dark red figure with golden eyes, long horns that curl back of her hair, and a big just luscious curls just all over, and she's just lounging on this couch drinking her wine. She says, "Oh, Laurel, I'm so glad you've returned. I was worried when you left earlier."
You're pretty, by the way.
"Oh, and you brought guests. You never bring guests. Well,
Oh,
not since last time. Why don't you all come in?" And she stands, and you can see the small bat wings behind her back, and her cloven hooves kind of peeking out underneath the robe as she steps forward. And literally, as she begins to walk forward, the dress or the robe turns into a long black dress, just like fire flicking the cloth away to change it. And she reaches out for Marv, and he immediately like lurches away from her. He's like, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. And she's like,
He's dealing with a little bit of amnesia, as far as we
Wait.
can
A
tell.
lot of it.
What name did she call Marv?
she calls him
Laurel.
Laurel.
Laurel,
I
that's
like
a really
Marv better,
pretty
but
name.
that's fine. That is
I like that better than Marv.
I did not sign up for an orgy. And just begins to back away.
Using Gurf's powerful insights. Is this like the demon thing before? Do I trust this individual?
Roll me an insight check. And in fact, everybody, once you see her and hear her talking, if you want to roll me an insight check, go for it.
Am I able to get an idea if it's at least devil or demon?
Oh, hey. Gurf's asexuality comes into nice usefulness because I was a natural 20.
Nice.
I also got a natural
Gurf
20.
just is
I got a
like,
4.
I don't understand.
Zara got a 19.
19.
Again.
14.
19.
I'm too starstruck by her beauty. It's fine.
That'll happen sometimes. Nyx, what were you trying to discern before?
Just now that I have a good look at her, if I can at least tell, either A, now that I see her, what she is, and if not exactly what she is, if she's at least devil or demon.
With your original nature check, you can definitely tell that this woman is a devil. Or a fiend, anyway. Not demon. Nahir, you see her, and you're immediately like, I mean, she hasn't done anything yet, but also at the same time, she's technically not supposed to be here, just as far as planar stuff goes. She's really not supposed to be here.
Nahir's kind of like a dog that has every hackle on their body raised, like every core fiber of her being wants to destroy this being, but they realize in this moment they've blown their load and are kind of
Not yet.
in a
Phrasing?
position where they have
Phrasing?
to sit
Are we doing
wait.
phrasing?
I guess
Phrasing.
we're not.
No, phrasing,
And,
phrasing, phrasing is here.
So instead they're choosing to keep calm and play nice.
But yeah, the devil lady looks at all of you and she just says, "Well, you're the first guest that I have seen in, oh, Laurel, how long has it been? A year? Or 2?
Well, that's not right. I mean, I know how isolation can get. It can be quite lonely.
But we had each other, and look, there were many people who doubted our love, and they're not really in our life anymore. And
You know,
What happened to him?
I
We got
if
rid of
I
him.
had known. Oh,
Like,
right. Well,
well,
If
I
I
didn't raise a
know-
blade. No, certainly not.
oh, right. If I'd known that we're going to be visiting somebody tonight, I would have brought a bottle of wine. But afraid all I've got is this flagon of milk here. I'm not
Has it
really
been long
sure.
enough to be like gross?
No, it has. I mean, it has definitely gotten warm. It's gotten room temp,
Yeah.
but it's not like whole, not chunky or sour or anything.
So, if you'd like, as a how, I wouldn't really call it a housewarming gift since the house isn't really all that warm and I've been here. But thank you for letting us in your home, room, basement, place. Here, have a flagon of milk. This is all I've got on me.
Thank
It's
you
very nice
so
to meet you.
much. She
You're
immediately
very
takes
welcome.
it and turns it into a bottle of wine. This is wonderful. This is
She's
great.
got
Red or
Jesus
white?
powers. I don't know
Beautiful.
if I trust that.
It's
Red or
red.
white?
Have you
Definitely red.
Okay.
ever
Oh, okay, whatever.
Have you ever thought about working in taverns or alcohol supplying? Because you could make a fortune, I could tell you that.
Well, I would love to leave, but unfortunately, Laurel here hasn't finished what we started beforehand. I am here in this
Performance
manner.
anxiety. I get that.
Yes, exactly. Couldn't quite finish the circle, and so now I am trapped in this dilapidated, crumbling mansion with only my thoughts of what I would do next time I saw him.
So, with my the I think with the die plus the modifier, that was like a 21 on the insight.
Oh.
Is this person evil?
So yeah, those of you who got above a 20 on your insight check for her, yeah. She, you can just kind of tell that the words coming out of her mouth are always dripped with both compliment and insincerity, and she hides her truths. Like it, you could totally tell that this. I mean, the only thing that she has been truthful about is that she is not able to leave the manor.
Okay. So Gurf isn't good on subtlety, so Gurf is going to shout out that this lady is evil, and I'm going to swing my axe at her.
Excellent.
What? I wanted to hear about the love story.
So yeah,
That
Gurf,
wasn't
you
very
swing your
polite.
axe at her. Please go ahead and roll me that attack. Thank you.
Oh hell yeah! That's 14 on the die, so 19 to hit.
That'll hit. That will hit.
Okay. I'm not raged, so it's just regular damage. That's 4 on the die, so 6 points of damage.
6.
Slashing.
Excellent. Yeah, you slash at her with your battle axe, and she raises up a hand, and she catches it, and you can definitely tell that you have cut into her hand, but not as deep and not as harshly as you think you normally would. And she's just
She
like,
just caught it with her hand.
I mean, it definitely
Oh, okay.
she definitely caught it,
That's
but
metal
it
as
hurts
fuck.
her hand. but you only do 3 points of damage to her, and she is
Okay.
just like, Laurel, I can't believe you brought adventurers here.
Storyteller.
Adventurers.
Yes.
Also storyteller.
Oh, excuse me. A storyteller, adventurers that want to do me harm. Now that's rude. And then you left me after putting up that terrible barrier where I couldn't leave. And then you went and got rid of your memories. How dare you? How dare all of you? And then her hair begins to kind of like furl around her. Her claws kind of like come out of her nails. And we're going to roll initiative again. Because
Wait.
now you're going to fight the pretty lady.
Oh,
Fantastic.
my heart
Oh, God.
can't handle it.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
no, she's hot.
Bonus action to blow kisses
Oh.
or to wink.
I think that should be a free action.
Reaction?
That's a
Okay.
free action. That is
Rolled it.
absolutely a free action to blow kisses and wink at the pretty lady. That's the lead thing.
I rolled
Nyx,
a
what did you
2.
get?
19.
Nahir,
17.
17. Gurf,
By virtue of my asexual power, I rolled 17 plus 3, so 20.
nice. Zara,
2.
no.
She was trying to be polite.
You were. You did a
does-
great job.
Does Moss still have inspiration in terms of like how much time has passed in game?
Have you used your inspiration yet, Moss? You have.
You did? Okay, then never mind.
So Moss, what did you get?
18.
18. All right, good job, everybody. So yeah, starting off with Gurf, then going to Nyx, followed by Moss. So, Gurf, you
All right.
swing once at this lady. She catches it, and she looks very upset now at what you have just done.
Was that one of my attacks, or do I have...
That was a surprise
There's
round.
this- Okay, cool. Then I would like to use my bonus action to enter a rage, which, means this comes back on. And then I would like to do a reckless attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the reckless attack,
Mhm.
2, so both those have advantage, and
Yeah.
then she'll have advantage against me.
Yeah.
So first one is 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alrighty. And that is, 12 plus 4 points of damage, so 16 points of damage for the first attack.
Yes.
And then the second attack is going to be a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool. And that is 8 plus 4, so 12 points of damage.
12.
And that's my turn.
Some solid hits. Yeah, you go at her and you just start carving into her, slashing at the dress. You see blood seeping kind of through, and you can kind of see her like just snarling at you. Her fangs are beginning to come in. Her eyes kind of begin to glow that fire red hellish heat. She did not like any of that, and it is now Nyx. Nyx, what would you like to do besides blow kisses at her?
My apologies, but I would prefer to live. So Gurf is like the only one engaged right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would like to.
She could be, though, if any of y'all have a ring. Just saying.
So, so I want to position like a point like 5 feet above her head because Gurf is small.
Yeah.
And I would like to blow into my little panpipes and like a screeching loud sound, like not good.
Yeah, no.
And I cast Shatter.
Ooh.
That is going to be a Constitution saving throw, DC 14. DC 14. Yes.
Constitution.
Yeah.
She got a 7.
I love that. That's 12 points of thunder damage.
Wow.
And then I would like to flick my hair back and it becomes like pink and yellow and purple, and you, Moss, Zara, and Gurf, as you are inspired, you, by my mantle of inspiration, you get 5 temporary hit points, and you can move up to your speed as a reaction without provoking attacks of opportunity if you so desire.
Zara, come up and help me stab this lady.
I will once I get the initiative to do so.
Well, you have your reaction to
Yeah.
move your speed without provoking an attack of opportunity, if you'd like. Catherine, you're muted.
Yes, so definitely getting within the that little 5-foot space there, so I can also use my protection reaction.
That's appreciated because I currently give advantage on any attacks towards me, which will be slightly unfortunate.
And I will slowly back up a little bit towards the door.
Slowly backing up.
Good stuff.
So Zara and Gurf, you two are engaged with her. Did Nahir or Moss move? No,
I can only do it to 3. It was just Moss, Zara, and Gurf.
Oh, okay. Okay, excuse me. Then yes. Excellent. And you guys are in this room, which, by the way, you guys, your eyes were drawn solely on her because, hot damn, obviously. But I will go ahead and describe more of the room because that was important.
Moss had started backing out of the room.
Yes. And I mean, you can still see the room even as you're backing out of it, but these are the things you notice. Besides the fact that it is obviously a laboratory, like, you know, you've got the giant cauldron, the test tubes, the journals and notebooks and things that have been kind of like smashed and thrown across the room. There is a very obvious like door that has been like propped up on a wall that has like a almost nearly completed circle with runes kind of etched into it, and besides, and also her little lounge that she has made for herself. But that's about it. But Gurf and Zara, you're both in the room with her, and we are now on to Moss.
I am going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Awesome. Oh, this is so good. Okay, she makes a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. She got a 3.
Yay!
It must have been a hilarious joke.
Yeah, what joke do you say? This is actually very important. I will not let you cast a spell unless you tell a joke.
Bonus points if it's a Halloween themed joke.
What do you call 2 unicycles attached together?
What?
Bike passing privilege.
That hurts my insides, so it must have been a good joke.
I think you've also killed the DM.
Maybe.
Rocks fall, the DM dies.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what happened. Oh my god. That was really good.
Oh, I need another bottle of wine.
Yeah, like I don't know how I'm gonna recover from this. Please, is take a DM inspiration. This is a D20 that you can re-roll even after you've learned the outcome of a roll. So you can either give yourself advantage or re-roll a D20.
Okay.
That was good. But yeah, she's just like.
Oh no.
Bike passing privilege.
The flower crown is back.
Oh my god, I love it. Yay! But so yeah, she is cackling maniacally. Does she get to save at the end of her turn? Or she's just doing that until somebody hits her.
At the end of each of her turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. And the target has advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by damage.
Okay. Dope. Cool. It is her turn. So she is going to attempt to make that save. What's the DC?
13.
13? Okay. Yeah, she makes a 19. So at the end of her turn, she stops laughing. She's like, That was actually very funny, but rude.
Back to killing you all.
Back to what I was just doing. And you also watch Marv, who you now know that his real name is Laurel. He steps into the room and he goes over to the door that that has the kind of runes on it, and you can he's like he knows like, okay, something is going on here, and then you see one final image as the crystal is completed. It turns into a you actually see that it now looks like a crystal heart sort of thing. And as it is completed, Marv like clutches his head as the last image shows, and it shows Laurel and this demon lady, fiend lady, and she's just like, you can get rid of all of them and just have me. You only need me. And
That's all
literally
that
as
is.
she's like draped over him, and you just kind of can see Marv as he looks now, just like gaunt and tired and completely drained of himself, and he's just like, yes, I don't need anyone but you.
Well, that's not a very healthy kind of relationship
This
to have.
relationship is toxic. Anyway, so
In a demon magic sort of way.
but Marv like unclutches his head and he oh, I'm very sorry. We have a little interruption here. This is my son Oliver. Oliver, can you say night night?
Because
You're saying hi over here. Is that who you're picking tonight? Who are you picking? Yeah, which one are you picking? Yeah, you're picking that one. Yeah. Catherine, you have a DM inspiration. Well, Oliver inspiration. Alright, Oliver, can you say, I believe in you?
I believe in you too.
Alright, night night, baby. I love you.
Highly adorable.
Abe said I should be ashamed because
No.
that's
Everybody uses toys and cute things to entice the Ollie inspiration. It's very important. So,
I don't really have a toy. I just have this cursed thing.
he definitely was pointing at both the curse thing and the Pikachu, but obviously he knows the name of the Pikachu. So, look, sometimes sometimes he just picks people because they look cool. So, anyway,
when all else fails, use a Pikachu.
when all else fails, use a Pikachu.
If anything, that's what the Pokemon animated series taught me.
Mm-hmm. So Marv like lets go of his forehead and he like clutches the crystal in his hand. He says, I have to destroy this. And you can see him beginning to try and like wipe away at the circle that is on the door. And the woman turns and her eyes like blaze and she's like, no. And then it is Nahir, Nahir, and then Zara. So Nahir, what are you gonna do? This scary devil lady.
Here skips into the room, as is their typical fashion,
Literally
still
skips.
twirling their holy symbol in their hand, that gilded arrow, and will hold that up in one hand and an empty hand up in the other while looking at our beautiful new friend. We could talk this out instead. And what they'll do is ready in action. So if the beautiful new acquaintance decides to talk this out, Nahir will do nothing. And if they choose to attack any member of the party, they will cast a spell I'll let you know if you want to know what that spell is or not.
I don't need to know what the spell is. I like the surprise. What I do want to know is roll me a persuasion check.
Love to do that. 12.
A 12. So you come in and you say, we can talk this out. We can figure this out. And the woman turns around and she looks at you, and her eyes kind of diminish a little bit, and she says, he's trying to erase me from this world, and I don't want to leave because I love him. I mean, yes, I am feeding off of him, but that's just how relationships are where I'm from, and I don't know what would you expect of me. He's trying to
I don't know if
change
that's a
me.
convincing argument.
That's what she says.
We're trying to change him.
Sometimes you have to compromise.
You should take your own advice.
If you would like to speak about what compromise could look like in perhaps a relationship like yours, we could talk this out instead.
He doesn't
I
want me to
understand.
siphon life from other people. He wants me to siphon it only from him, and that just doesn't seem fair.
Can we have an offshoot one-off of just Nahir's couples counseling? Because that honestly
Yes!
sounds pretty
Yes.
entertaining.
Yes. But
Well, I mean, I don't suppose there's some sort of vegan life force sort of thing that you don't really hurt any sort of
Like ethically sourced.
ethically sourced. So, I mean,
Souls,
souls.
ethically sourced souls.
I'm sure there's some kind of business going on between the planes. If just maybe talk to some Githyanki. I'll come to think of it, they probably wouldn't like that. Well, maybe somebody from Avernus. They might be into it. I mean,
it is. By
there's
the way,
sort of-
Zara, it is your turn. So is this your turn? Are you?
Zara just likes to ramble.
No, absolutely. No. I didn't mean to interrupt you. It is
no,
your
you're
turn.
good.
So if Zara is trying to convince her, like, maybe there is a different way to Is that what Zara is doing? Is she trying to, like, yeah, no, there are better ways to get life
I don't know if
force.
there is, but I mean, maybe we could do a bit of research. I mean, Laurel, did you do any of this kind of research before, erasing your memory and such? I don't know if you'd be remembered by that one thing like that.
He turns back to look at you all with, like, a crazed look in his eye, and he says, she fed off of me for 2 years. She cannot be trusted. I lost years of my life. I lost my entire family because of her. And she's like,
Right.
they didn't believe in you.
So does that mean we
though."
can't make it work?
Was it consensual, though?
Yeah, that's the real question. I don't think it was consensual for the family members.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's like, I wouldn't. I mean, yes, I was mad at them, but they
Yeah.
still let me live down here, and I was in a bad place, but I didn't want to kill them. And she's like, sometimes you don't really know what you want until somebody else comes in and enables you.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like
Yeah,
gaslighting
yeah.
to me. You see,
Mm,
I think I want to be polite now. I don't think I want to kill you, but I don't really think I'm going to try to stop him from, sending you back where you can, ethically get all the life forces and souls that you want without, where they all know and they agree to doing as such. Just you can do it. Just please, not here.
But if he gets rid of the circle now that is not complete, by the way, I go back. I was trapped here for God, he erased his memories yesterday. I've been here for 24 hours by myself. It's boring.
Wow, 24 whole hours?
You
How
can
did you live?
Look.
How are you?
My Clover, my little tabaxi 13-year-old kitten, can be alone with her 2 younger brothers, babysitting them for about 24 hours. And well, yeah, she's a bit frazzled. She ain't nothing like you, lady. So, I would say grow up and go back to where you came from. And she starts assisting Laurel, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, he's erasing the markings on the door. He's not
He's
doing
just
a very...
taking a towel out of her bag because, you know, you gotta have your towel.
Yeah.
And just starts, like, rubbing the floor with the towel.
Zara, I'm going to go
erase
ahead and
past
say
her.
that you are a mom. You know how to get rid of most stains. So you are making... Like, I don't even need you to roll for that. You know the life hacks to get stains out of anything.
Roll for cleaning.
Roll for cleaning. No, you don't have to roll for that. You are assisting him. And yes, the circle is beginning to slowly but surely get erased. And then we're back up to the top to Gurf. Gurf.
Well, Gurf's in the middle of a bit of a rage, so honestly, Gurf doesn't really understand what's going on around them. They're just, like, noticing people or saying words, but, like, in the mind of a completely something fogged by blood rage, you know, doesn't really make a difference, so I'm just going to continue chopping.
Yeah.
So that'd be 2 attacks with advantage again with reckless attack.
Keep chopping.
And see what we got. First one is a 12 to hit.
A 12 misses.
12 misses. All right.
You're looking for
I'm
an
gonna
8.
say
You're looking for a 15.
the weight. Sorry?
You're looking for a 15 to hit her.
I'm gonna say the weight of the axe just like overbalances Gurf. I mean, it's the same weight, you know. The next one is a double natural 20s. What the hell? Cool.
So yeah, like so here's what happens. This doesn't always happen. It happened in one of my other games, and I love to give something special for that because that's rare.
Fun.
That's a beautiful rare moment. So for 2 natural 20s, you get your critical hit on them, and then I'm gonna also go ahead and give you a DM inspiration as well. So you can you also get a D20 to eventually re-roll or roll again later on. But yeah, you get a critical hit on this lady. So yeah, roll the damage dice twice. You only get the modifier and the +2 once though.
Okay. First roll is a 9. Second roll is a 2. So 11 plus 4 is 15 points damage.
Wait, you had a battle axe?
Yeah.
Is it
D12.
a D12?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great Sword's a 2D6. That's right.
Oh, sorry. Great axe, battle axe. I get those mixed up.
No, you're fine. You said 12 points of damage, right?
No, I said 15.
You said 15.
It was
okay.
a 2 and a 9.
No, you're good.
Plus 4 for the damage.
I just forgot. Okay. She's not looking super hot. I mean, she is looking super hot, but now she's like bloody and hot. So that's a.
It's a different sort of look.
It's a different look. She's got a different aesthetic going on. But she did not like getting hit that much. And now it is Nyx. It's Nyx's turn, followed by Moss.
I want to quickly turn to Zara and be like, "Clean your heart out, Zara," and I'm giving you a bardic inspiration that's a D8.
Oh, I am.
And I'm like, sorry, you're super pretty, but you're toxic. And I'm gonna cast Shatter again, but at 3rd level this time.
Oh shit. She makes a con
DC 14.
She got a 13. Oh my god. Wow.
I can't do math. Sorry, I gotta open my calculator.
No, you're good. Wow.
That is 18 thunder damage.
Math. That she did not like that at all. You cast Shatter and you actually one of her horns just off of the top of her head, and she's holding her head. Her ears are beginning to bleed, and she's just like, "No, I was so close." And Moss, it is your turn.
Oh. I am going to try and hit her with my short bow.
Excellent. Just smack her with the bow. No, I know you mean arrow thingy, but I love when people are like, I like to hit them with the short bow. It's like, so you take the short bow up and you just whap.
And that's a 21.
A 21 will hit.
Excellent. And is there my buddies within?
Oh yeah,
5
there's
feet of her?
plenty of people around, so you have your sneak attack. Yeah.
Excellent. One of these. Okay.
So many dice.
So many dice. So that is 6 piercing and then 13 sneak attack.
6 plus 13 is
19.
19.
Nice.
So again, just like everything else that has been hitting her, you definitely feel like you're not doing quite as much damage, but with the shatter on top of it, you getting her like just under the rib cage, she turns to roar in your face, very fiendish, and like just at the last moment, her eyes just kind of suddenly go wide, and she's like, "Damn it!" And the portal, or not the portal, well, it is a portal, but Zara, you and Marvin, or Laurel, had just gotten the last bit of it, and it almost like inverts on itself, and this woman begins to get sucked into back into the portal. Everybody in here needs to make me a dexterity saving throw. Or actually, no, excuse me, a strength saving throw. Strength saving throw.
Okay.
That's
Since I'm
literally
raging, I have advantage on that, I think.
Oh no.
I don't know if I count, but if I do, it was an 8.
Everybody, there's everything in this room, and like the wind is whipping up as everything is being pulled into this portal. So
That's
23,
23.
but
22 for me.
She's gonna see if she can grab someone
Same.
like who's
I will-
failing.
That's a 7.
I'll assist Zara in grabbing.
I
people.
got an 8.
I need to roll for Laurel here. Oh, Laurel actually did roll pretty good. He got a 17.
Hey.
So I think all of you guys plant. Gurf and Zara, you both plant your feet, and you definitely watch the smaller, wayfier of your companions get immediately kicked up, and they're being pulled towards the portal. But you reach out just at the last minute, and you grab onto them. Marv helping you as well as he kind of stands in front of the portal, the room, like papers are kind of flying through there, books and instruments are being pulled through, and then finally it all stops and the portal closes, and Laurel looks at you all. He kind of is breathing heavy, and he's just like, I'm sorry for all of this. I guess I lost myself, and then
Do you
found it
remember
again.
anything?
I remember everything.
Hey.
What possessed you to wipe your memory?
Well, I didn't mean to. I was trying to cast a spell. It has something to do with this. And he holds up the small heart crystal. He's like, I was making it for her, and she had me under her charms, and
Thrall.
but I broke out of it somehow, and I realized what all she had made me do, and I tried to cast something to return her, but I couldn't. And then when I woke up, I was outside. But I think I can complete the what I set out to do. I need to make sure that this portal is officially closed, so I'm going to do that. And he puts the heart crystal in front of him, and he begins chanting. And you guys have seen magic before. This is some high level magic what he is doing right now to this crystal as it floats in front of him. And then you watch as he speaks the final words, and the crystal shatters, and it spears into the door, and it makes another circle, but this one, instead of it being red, is blue, and it almost looks like a warning symbol. And he says, okay, that should, at least from my end, stop her from coming back.
So Zara claps a hand on the shoulder. Tell you what, Laurel, it's not an easy thing leaving someone you love but doesn't love you back and hurts you a lot. And my wife and I, we've got quite a bit of experience in that from our last Merc company, and it's a long story, which, if you'd like to hear it, you're more than welcome to it someday. But if you need someone to call family for a while, I've gotten in with a wife and kids, and they will surely welcome you with open arms.
Nix?
I was pointing up to, like, Zara's good at being family. Got the overlay. Zara's above me.
Good. He says, I appreciate that. Thank you. But
Sure.
Speaking of family, I need to clean up house a little bit here before I can leave.
Did we just kill your great aunt or something?
Possibly, but
That's fine. I
think she was already. Technically, I think she was already dead. We just kind of put her to rest, maybe.
no, I like I said, Angelique. That was the name that she asked me to call her.
That's a bit ironic, isn't it?
Yeah. I was into it, though, at the time, 2 years ago.
We all do dumb things when we're young, eh?
I do have a final question for you, though. When I go to write the song, do you want me to use an alias for your name or your real name?
What are you gonna call me?
Marv?
I was gonna call you Marv or Laurel or something else.
You can use Marv. That's not my real name. My real name is Laurel.
I'll use Marv. Perfect.
No, she. I was young and I was stupid and excited to explore the plains in a way that my family didn't wish for me to, and she appeared and she made me feel special and she made me feel good for helping her. But then when she found out about, my family not being supportive of me, that is when she started having me. Yeah. So
It's a vulnerable spot, and no one should have to go through that, but it happens, and you're not alone. I know it might seem like it in this dusty old house that's about to fall apart around us. I mean, like I said, there's so many code violations, but like I said, you have a spot. I'm not kidding. I will mark it down on your map. I will send a bird. It might not be a raven because ravens are expensive.
Is it a swallow?
Too much.
Is a sparrow? Is a European sparrow? Is it carrying
it's
a coconut?
As long as it's underneath the weight of a coconut, it should be fine. I will send a bird to my wife to look out for you. Actually, I'll write up a thing for you to give my wife. Here's a map. Tell them Dora sent you. And just keep in mind, my boys might give you scars that kind of rival the ones you have on your back.
In a good way?
Have you ever been around a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old boy before?
I typically try to avoid those situations.
Especially if one of them's a half-orc who thinks he's a tabaxi.
I have not been in that particular situation, no.
Yeah, they're a handful.
Well, you're about to be in a very unique situation. So yes, you will. It's a family that will welcome you with open arms, and there's quite a bit of thing. They're trying to work a bit on a haunted house for the season. So if you could give them some pointers.
I think I might be able to help them out there. And as you all say your goodbyes for now to Laurel, that is where we are going to end tonight's session. Now is the part of the show where you guys get to plug whatever it is that you have going on. So, starting with Mir. Is it Mir or Mur?
Mare. Yeah. Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. I am a regular player on the Twitch channel Open for Adventure. I'm currently playing in a new Numenera game that runs on Saturday nights at 8:30 Eastern, where I play Licton Brattlesby. On Sunday 10/18, I will be running a D&D 5e one-shot called Birds of a Feather on my channel. So #/Marefeather. It's going to feature the Birds of Paradise supplement, which is about Air Exotic, Aarakocra, and Kenku, by Florian Emmerich and Katrina Bresnik. We're going to be giving away a copy of the supplement, so cool stuff. And on 10/19 and 10/26 at 12 p.m. Central, on the channel Eva Saray will be playing a game of 10 Candles. It's a 2-part game. And on 10/23 at 4 p.m. Pacific, on the Friends Who Roll Dice channel, I'll be part of one of their charity games benefiting Rain and Earth Day Network.
Nice. Excellent. And you can find all that at your Twitter. Will you be posting updates there? Or
At some point, yeah. As some dates get closer, I'll post more.
yeah. I'm excited about all of those things, especially the Birds of a Feather. That sounds great. And Sarah?
My name is Sarah. You can find me at this on Twitter. I talk about the stuff I'm involved in. For now, my only plug is going to be for Little Realms. It's my actual play podcast, and you might enjoy it if you like mysteries and really crunchy, really grounded role-playing. But in the meantime, thank you so much. It's been a wonder to meet all of you and play in this wonderful game.
Robert?
What's up? I don't really have a social media or anything to plug whatsoever. I don't know. Go vote.
Yes, go vote. Catherine?
Yes, my name is Catherine Barsonistis. I run the nerdy food blog, The Gluttonous Geek. You can find that at thegluttonousgeek.com, where I make recipes inspired by various video games, TV shows, books, movies, anything that's kind of in that pop culture, science fiction, fantasy sort of vibe. I also have a weekly cooking show whenever, it's the pandemic, so my brain and grocery shopping is crazy. But, yes, I have a weekly cooking show Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern, called Munchies and Minis, where I make recipes based off of various tabletop role-playing games. This week, I'm either going to be making a steamed milk pudding based off the game Pugmires, the expansion Monarchies of Mao, so the kind of kiddie expansion there. or something from Baldur's Gate from Volo's Volo's Guide to the Sword Coast, because this all requires me in getting a bamboo steamer basket before Wednesday. But yes, that's my life since the pandemic. It's like, can I go grocery shopping, or did the husband take the car today? So yes, you can find me on Twitter at gluttonous_geek, or on the internets at thegluttonousgeek.com.
And Iz.
I'm the Izzy literally everywhere throughout the internet because I have no creativity with my handle. I spend a lot of time on TikTok. That's pretty much where I am if I'm not on Twitter arguing with TERFs. That's why I still have Twitter. I talk about like disability stuff, D&D stuff. I scream at the ether a lot. And then I'm also part of something called the Online Creators Association, which is essentially a union, or us trying to unionize TikTok, because why not? Their handle's official Toga. If you are on TikTok and you want to check it out, just message me. And I just kind of want to shout out my two favorite podcasts, like D&D podcasts, which is Dungeons and Daddies,
Yes!
which gives me serotonin. I might be in love with Beth May. And Roll for Chaos, one of the characters, Emosive, I've laughed so hard that my boss has legitimately thought that I was injured.
No.
Because of how ridiculous it is. And it's done by some D&D TikTokers, because there's an entire subset of TikTok dedicated to D&D stupidity.
I love it. Excellent. Thank you all so much again for being here. I am Nikki, your disaster buy. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram as the Wig DM. I do Final Show Films here every other Monday. We have a bunch of bi-weekly shenanigans coming up this month and the following month. We also have, I'm also here every Thursday with our lovable goblin Scuzz, your goblin rogue. And I also run a Twitch channel called Slady's ATL. We run every Fridays. We are also trying to get some things started on Wednesdays and every other day of the week as well. And I also am on Craftic Studios. I play Nia, the very lovable, could not give two shits about what the adventure is actually about, Bard. And you can catch her at the end of the month, October 27th. I believe is the correct date. I'm not going to pull up my planner. But yeah, I will post updates about everything that I'm doing on Twitter because I live there now. Again, thank you all so much for being here. And have a wonderful evening. Say goodnight, everyone. Oh, no, wait, I remembered. Black Lives Matter. Trans Lives Matter. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. Go vote. I was like, I knew I had something angry to say, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Take a bath.
Take a bath. All right, good night.
Listen, I take a bath all the time. Garf does not.
Take care
We
of
gotta
yourself.
have a